Well, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You guys have heard that one before, right? We've all heard that one before. And that can be very, very true. That is why, this is why we're supposed to love our neighbors as ourselves, okay? Because you just never know how long a bitch's memory is, right? And how much the things that you have do to or for them or don't do to or for them and how that can affect them, okay? And you also just never know who you're really dealing with. You might be dealing with a real vindictive person too, right? Okay, well, once again, guys, it's not that beautiful of a day out, but they just 2 in a row, they let me out of the mental institution once again. I have keys to the joint, the whole thing. Look, guys, here I am. All right, so they let me out again. I've been taking my medications like a good boy when they ask. Okay. Why do I say that? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Because as I laid the foundation from the video yesterday, or the day before, I think it was yesterday, over on YouTube. By the way, YouTube guys, please like, subscribe, and share this. Over on YouTube, I laid the foundation of how we obtain our information, right? And I told you, the crux of it is from interviews. Okay. Now, again, we don't just take someone's interview and one person tells us something we run with. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Oh my God. No. Again, I told you it's fed into databases, and if we don't hear the same shit from other people, we don't just say that's the gospel. We don't do that. Okay. So this is the deal. Ace Bannister, real name Brian Rogers. You guys have heard me talk about him. Dan Glidewell, we all know that name. And David Blanchard, we all know that name too. Okay? These women, well, they're grown women now. We are speaking to ex-girlfriends and friends of these characters. Okay? You have to understand, this happened, the crime happened, we're on 10 years ago now, right? Okay. And so a lot of these people are in their 40s and 50s and 60s. Gypsy was the youngest one of all of them running around, all these devil worshippers. She was the youngest one of all of them, all right? And these guys at Vision Con and all these dudes we're just passing around like a piece of meat, but she was down for it. She's a fucking freak, man. What can I tell you? So these girls are the ones that have come and told us, and they're telling us the same thing. Girls that don't know one another, girls 3 or 4 or 5 different years apart, we're hearing the same shit, okay? Here's the common thread. David Blanchard, Ace Bannister, and the other one, Dan Glidewell, they're not good boyfriends, ever, okay? These girls tell us the most horrendous and despicable things these dudes did to them, okay? First, they get them to fall in love with them. They do the love bombing, right? And then some of them have never done drugs before or whatever. They get them addicted and hooked on the drugs first. They get them for them, okay? Then it turns into, oh God, we're out of money. What are we going to do? And then it starts as innocently, if you want to call it that, is, well, hey, the guy that gets us the dope, if you just go in the bedroom with him, just suck him off or just, let him hit it real quick. And then we can get all this dope for the night. And then we can be together and party and make love and the whole thing. Let's just, you'll do that, baby. Of course, now first, they're smart enough to get them addicted first, right? And then they think this dude loves them and they love them back, so they'll do this. I'm not saying everybody all the time, okay? So they start doing it that way, and then it's like it's those two against the dope man, right? We're just doing it to get it, and then that goes on for a while, okay? And then it becomes, well, we don't have any money and you're going to do it. Well, no, I don't want. Well, you're going to do it. Okay, these guys would beat them. They've tied them up. One of them told us, Glidewell, there was some trailer or something way out, some property way out. I don't know whose it belonged to, or they just somewhere they could go or what. Go out there with the girl in her car, right? Now it's way out in the middle of bumfuck. She thinks she's all right with him, right? Gets out there and then takes the keys. Now she can't overpower this dude, right? It's just them two out there. Takes keys, takes your phone, and then he's got you out there for as long as he wants to do whatever he pleases with you. And they do. And they threaten him up and down and all this. Well, here's the problem, though. When these guys get all fucked up on drugs and drinking and stuff, they tell these girls what they've done. They brag about it. They also brag about other friends. They call Dee Dee the heifer. They think that's funny. Do you want to end up on the slab like the heifer? They brag about it. They use it for threats even, okay? They told them everything that happened that night. And we've gotten the same story over and over, okay? That's how I know everyone was there that night. That's how I know it was a torture ritual and it ended in a sacrifice, okay? Well, that and a multitude of other reasons, okay? There's all kinds of paper trails and all types of shit, guys. I gotta give it to you little by little, all right? So, I'm gonna make a video coming up on what actually happened that night. The whole thing, okay? And exactly how they did it. I'm gonna bring in information from the police interviews that they all had. I'm talking David Blanchard, Nick, and Gypsy, and you'll see, and I'm going to go through that. I'm going to show you how they pulled this off, and I'm going to show you from things out of the interview and everything, okay? So just hang with me. I just want you to know, in this video, this is how we obtain this information. Mostly, again, there's other things, too. There's other things, too, but these girls are telling us this. This is how we know exactly what happened, all right? It was a torture ritual that culminated in their taking Dee Dee's life, okay? I'm going to tell the whole thing next in the video. And David Blanchard and his wife were both Satanists. She's a witch in a coven. They make no bones about it. They brag about it, okay? And they think it's cool. David Blanchard is the one that brokered the deal for Gypsy. You guys, you can't just get together and say, "Oh, I'm going to do something to the." No, it's planned. It's structured. It's how they do it. She made the deal. Once what it's called something lost, something gained. As soon as her mother took her last breath, her something lost was achieved. It's supposed to be something you hold dear, you love, you're giving up, and then you gain something. After that point, then she was in. Okay, so this murder, this whole thing was supposed to end up differently. Of course, Gypsy fucked that up too, somehow. Surprise, surprise. But we'll get to all that in the next video.